So, hello everyone. Groove, there's an underscore in my Twitter. Yeah. That one was taken and the account is suspended. Hello, welcome. So yeah, come on in. It has an update. There it is, yep.
All right. What's going on,
Cool.
team? It's
So,
Butterdog.
yeah, welcome. We're gonna have, I think, winners finals next. So it's gonna be DM and Just Blue.
Yeah, and I got to see a little bit of that Just Blue Nuggets set with an unfortunate
Crazy
end,
finish.
Yeah, Just Blue's just been so consistent. Like we saw
Yeah.
last season, they didn't go to a lot, but when they did, they didn't really lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a really good player. Steve is a hard character to fight. He's done a really good job. He played Steve and Wii Fit from the start.
Yeah, I remember that.
Um,
Saw a little bit of his Corrin today too.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much core. I was just talking about that.
Do you know the history between DM and Just Blue?
I believe it is in DM's favor. I do not have any details
More than
beyond that.
Because
I
what
don't
I'm
know
interested in is like
how far.
DM has kind of the tertiary Steve, right?
Yeah, he's played it a lot tonight apparently, but has been going mostly Aegis. Recently, he went Aegis the first 2 games against Troya, went Steve game 3 and just barely won.
Yeah, yeah.
Now he's starting Aegis. This is best of 5, so he's got some time if he wants to switch to the Steve. Maybe bring back Pikachu. I don't know if he does that anymore.
Maybe. I don't. Does Pikachu do well against Steve? I feel like that'd be
I
tough.
think Pikachu does well against almost everyone, but
Probably.
I understand that it's difficult.
But blocks probably deal with T.
And also, he just doesn't like to play Pika anymore, it seems.
That's fair.
So,
all in.
and
on
besides, he
Fighter
plays the best
Pass
Steve
too.
color, so it's okay.
That's true.
Or no, this is Just Blue. No, DM does not play the best Steve color.
The Swedish girl.
Yes. He plays the incredibly confusing Aegis color where they look the same.
On purpose.
Yep.
Getting into winners
I remember
finals
people
here,
talking
yeah.
about the reversed color being confusing, but I don't find that one confusing. I find this one confusing.
They
I
just
can't
kind of
tell
blend
who's
in
who.
together. Yeah.
All right, so getting right into this, DM fighting a couple of weird characters in a row with Aegis. Got the hero last time, now the Steve.
Already
And I
putting
can
on a
see
lot of
Mithra
pressure.
being difficult for Steve.
If you just don't get enough time to mine it. Wow.
Wow.
How that happened right there? There's something clipping the Steve recovery, not letting him get back all the way. Almost a 0 to death for DM to start out.
So much damage here. Yeah, Just Blue in a rough spot.
Right. Pyro's so good at this, just keeping him trapped in the corner, especially because Steve doesn't have the best resources without minecarts, and he only has a couple of them right now. Able to get the down throw, looking for the jab confirmed. That was really good
Great
SDI. Yeah.
Just goes all the way on the stage. Because at that point, even if they follow up, you're not going to die from that combo.
Yeah, and you don't want to be put off stage by that, exactly.
Exactly. Especially with Aegis. You know, the one and only weakness of this character, off stage, very rough for both of them.
As the juggle situation, just falling in from that platform. Good anvil and block mix up there to get back.
So good finish there, and Just Blue trying to bring this back, but this is a huge deficit to start with.
Yeah, and Steve isn't the best character at making comebacks, right? 'Cause
No,
you don't get
neither
that
of
space.
these really are, but I think Steve, it's more important. Pyra has a lot more of like, you know, I don't know, like Mithra is still hard to play against even when she's behind, 'cause she's just so fast. Pyra can be easier to stay away from if you don't need to approach her, but Pyra becomes so scary with a big lead, because like,
Yeah,
how do you
definitely.
approach that character?
I think if Pyro is having like a radius, and you just
Yes.
want to stay away from that burst range, but in order to come back, you have to contest that, and it becomes so scary.
Yeah, like, obviously, everyone would prefer to have the lead, but like, there are some characters where it's just significantly more important than others. I feel like Steve is one of those.
Yeah. Definitely a
Pyra would be
snowball.
on her own, but since she can turn into Mithra, it doesn't matter as much.
That a little. Really good advantage state there from DM.
But yeah, like, if you have to break through these walls and like approach Steve in these situations, that's really tough. And we saw that last set with Nuggets not able to get through Just Blue's defenses sometimes.
Oh, great.
That should kill. Good edge guard. Yeah.
It was really good. And the story with Steve, I think, is always the resource game. And no diamonds that game. I think he crafted wood once. He was using dirt blocks to build. Just, you know, from that first stock, DM didn't let him breathe, and he just couldn't get back.
Yeah, and the instant kill. I mean, you killed him, took 6%.
Oh, yeah, it was
That's
almost
like,
a 0 death, yeah.
That's so difficult to come back from with a character like Steve, where you like, first of all, because it's easier to play with the lead with this character, but also even more than that, he got so little mining done.
Yeah.
Like, you know, usually you go into your second stock, you've got some materials, you go into your third stock, you've got diamonds, you might even have your second stock. I don't even know if you got a diamond that game.
He did not get a diamond that game. Didn't even mind one, never
Yeah.
mind crafted it, yeah.
So, playing at that kind of pace is not fun for Steve.
Right now,
it's
DM
definitely a character who'd rather play the slow game unless they're just like hitting their 0-to-death combos on you.
Right. I think that's why the Aegis here is
He's
a really
dead.
good pick. Oh, he was
saved
dead.
him.
Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, not the spike hitbox.
Crazy that both of them are alive right now.
Trying to get the cheeky edge guard, putting the block there and interrupt Mithra's up B. Okay. Oh!
Oh, falls out between the initial charge hit and the bigger hit after.
Just Blue
That was
really,
really good after it.
yeah, taking advantage of this corner pressure, because now he has the time to mine while Mithra stalls off stage and just has so much pressure with Steve's ledge trapping. Goes to the TNT setup. And now Just Blue's already in a way better position. He has gold, he has stone tools, and we see that DM is starting to play a little bit on the back foot, which is where you do not want to be against Steve.
Exactly. When you have this lead, you still have to be careful of things like Pyra has a lot of ways to kill you very quickly.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh,
Steve's such a good character just avoiding interactions with her.
right.
Somehow that grab connects from a long way away.
Going for the anvil setups. Again, just the ledge trapping on this character is so creative.
Yeah, there's so much that could possibly happen to you.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh,
iron.
no metal for that one.
Oh, mix up. Not killing quite yet. Especially with Pyra's a little bit extra weight there. Okay. I like that when Just Blue lands, he likes to mix it up with a nil to like make you guess when he's actually going to hit the ground.
And that's, I think, one of the incredibly strong and often underrated parts of blocks is that it's not just for like camping, it's not just for building weird ledge trap setups or keeping yourself safe like with blocks behind you. Having blocks as a landing option gives you the kind of mix-ups that like a Peach Float has,
Yeah.
but you can do way more of them because you're not limited to just one.
It's not something I see a lot of Steve players do. I think every Steve player almost has like a, their way of using blocks. Uh-oh. Not finding the spike hitbox there. But
Yeah,
like,
and the ones who use it consistently in disadvantage, it does make them a lot scarier. Steve's disadvantage outside of that is really relying on
Pretty-
minecart.
really rely on anvil and minecart, which you need
Yeah.
iron for, and we saw just on the last stock he didn't really have any iron left.
Exactly,
Fortunate
which
that
are
option.
both really good options, but very limited by using resources.
One thing I do want to see Just Blue do more is kind of like this, where he puts a block out there, either use it to set up for a tech situation or to save your recovery if you get knocked into it. Haven't seen much of that.
We are seeing DM avoid a lot of the stereotypical Steve shenanigans. He does
Yeah.
know this character very well, obviously, and very
Yeah.
good Steve player himself. Has not been hit by a minecart command grab pretty much at all. I don't think he's gotten hit by any. But like, he knows all these ledge trap setups, he's done a good job avoiding a lot of them. But Just Blue has been much more competitive this game and takes the stock lead back there.
Yeah, you always got to be ready for that anvil. It's going to kill early, and right there it's going to give Just Blue a pretty nice lead, but he does not have gold or diamonds, so he is going to need a little bit more. Oh wait, no, sorry, he's holding diamonds. My bad. Let's see.
And this is the fear percent against Pyra. Down air will kill you at this point. But does a good job just avoiding all the down airs, avoiding the pressure from Pyra. And if Pyra can't hit something like that, she can struggle to get a raw kill move. However, as I say that, of course, the down air connects. So we're last stock here, but Just Blue's still in such a better position than last time, although he is very low on resources.
Yep. Interesting foresight there, trying to get the punish to the anvil, but not quite. And now he's running low on resources now. Able to mine the diamond,
He
though.
just gets the diamond tools built, but has almost no resources beyond that. Almost not even enough to build a block at this
Yeah.
point. We'll just have a couple more blocks unless he can get some mining done.
Really has no building, maybe one minecart left. This is going to be tough if you can't close it out soon. It almost feels like he's a little bit more scared now. Yeah, there's the last of his resources. Because DM is starting to pressure him a little bit more, he doesn't want to go back and mine because he know that, Pyra
And
can
is
do
that gonna
that.
kill? Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, Just Blue in a really rough spot. An empty resource bar. I mean, how often do you actually see a fully empty resource bar?
Yeah.
And that's going to be 2-0 for DM. Much scarier game 2, but really well played last stock. Exhausting Steve of all his resources, and Just Blue just not able to make the comeback from there.
Feels like a lot of the time with Steve, like you get that like minimum amount of resources you want. You want some gold, some iron, some diamond,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
But you need to keep building because you will
Yeah.
eventually run it. It's very rare we see Steve run out like that, but DM did a really good job just continuing the pressure and exhausting him.
Yeah, it didn't even really feel like Just Blue was like mismanaging it so much as just like he got put in such a rough situation.
Yeah. Good foresight punish off that jab train. And again, DM just like knows this character. He knows what's not true. He knows what's going to kill, but he has to SDI out of, and it's really showing in this matchup.
And they added power crept bats to the game, so now he gets to do that.
Yeah.
That was a good anvil. There was pretty much no way DM could avoid that without going low and going to ledge, which
Yeah.
is not what he likes to do in that situation anyway, because like if you do that, you'll be safe, but you're basically giving Steve a free ledge trap. So I like the anvil in that situation. That might
downer to
kill,
up
that's
B
going to do it.
kills. Wow. And again, we see the situation where now Steve has to make the comeback, and we have Mithra on board, just ready to put on a lot of damage. Good catch at the anvil, though. Up tilt into the
That was so
DSD?
good.
What?
Up tilt tech chase into that. Punishes the missed tech. Probably would have punished at least some tech options if he hit the tech. That was a crazy setup. I love that.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever
character's so
seen that
funny.
before. That's, you know, everyone has a lot of opinions about Steve, but he's one of the most creative characters in the game. I feel like every time I watch this character, something new happens.
I am not a Steve hater. I am only a Kazuya hater. Steve is like definitely really good, but also there's a lot going on.
Really
that's
cool
really interesting.
character. Yeah.
Which I hate that I like this character, but I like this character.
Yeah. See, again, just getting out of the corner
Okay.
against Pyra can be so dangerous. Steve, thankfully, has the minecart as a good mix-up.
Yeah, you know, we've seen that get punished a few times for sure, but having it as a threat, even if someone's respecting it well, still means they have to respect it and gives you potential to get out in other ways. So it's definitely something that Just Boo's been playing around very well.
Yeah.
He's used minecart effectively. He's also used other options effectively when the minecart would be punished.
That's something you got to respect, though. The Pyra up the off ledge, going to steal that stock out around 100.
That be kills so early.
Yeah.
If you DI it wrong, it kills at like 60.
Oh, yeah.
But
Looked like he was trying to continue the combo off of that block, couldn't quite find it.
DM almost able to punish that roll. Not quite.
Tough situation off stage. Onto the anvil. Oh, ledge trump. Nothing.
Oh, doesn't go for the up smash. Goes for the up. I think he was reading an air dodge up and in there, like to get to the platform, which would have been like sort of the theoretically safest thing to do, but he was ready to punish it.
I think something people aren't doing enough against Steve is properly punishing up smash, because that move is laggy.
It's super
like,
minus.
We saw DM get a jab off that. He probably could have won the game, you know?
Yeah, probably could get an up smash there.
Right.
Certainly a down smash. Or that move.
Tech chase.
Also, if you're not super tall, the rest of the hits are not going to scoop you off the ground.
Right.
So if you shield the first hit and then start charging a move that's like low profile at all, you're definitely going to get out of it. As DM hits the downer up air and takes this up 3-0.
Not only was it down or up air, he missed the tech off of his wood block, which sent him into the up air.
This character's so silly.
Yeah. Really fun though. My cheese fries. Keep those off camera for now. Alright, and that
Right, so now
Going
we're
to game
getting,
3.
I assume Nuggets is still in? Who is it? Nuggets you sat, awesome,
oh,
okay.
wow. In losers.
What? DM just won.